NBC News in depth tonight, saving for college. With the stock market approaching a 6-year high this week, there is a glimmer of hope for investors trying to stay ahead of rising college costs. And for most families, higher returns can't come soon enough. Right now, tuition and fees at private colleges average more than $21,000 a year, and those costs will likely more than double by 2020 to nearly $45,000. Many thought a popular tax-free savings plan could be the answer, but they could be in for a letdown. NBC News Chief Financial Correspondent Ann Thompson has the story tonight in depth.
These are all the registration forms.
As teachers, John and Deborah Traynor know the value of an education. As parents of two, they also know how hard it is to save for college.
If they're going to go to a state school, by the time they get to school, you're talking about at least, I don't know, $50,000 or $60,000 a kid.
So 7 years ago, they invested in 529 plans, state-sponsored college savings funds where the money grows tax-free and is tax-exempt when withdrawn if used for higher education. But the funds haven't grown as the Traynors hoped.
So that's how much actually we've saved, and that's what it's worth.
Yeah. So now they're also putting money into a taxable investment portfolio.
When you do the math, and 9% at a taxable rate is still better than 3% at a tax-free rate.
There are more than 80 529 plans available. Conceived in an era of double-digit gains, 10 years later, some plans are marked by disappointing returns, high fees, and most of all, confusion, even for experts.
All told, it's very hard to compare and contrast the plans and determine what's best for each individual.
So the regulators of 529 plans are proposing new requirements to help parents. We want families across the country to understand what they're investing in and to be comfortable with the knowledge that they know, all of the expenses, all the fees, all the costs. Investment firms are getting the message. Morningstar.com says a dozen have cut fees. One key to making Morningstar's top picks.
We look for plans, that have low costs, that have good, solid investment options, and that have good diversification throughout their portfolios.
But 529's no longer top college financial planner Joshua Schlinsky's list.
I'm definitely putting fewer people in the 529 plans because I do feel that there's better options for them.
He prefers taxable mutual funds, investment-grade life insurance, and home equity loans. But even Schlinsky isn't willing to flunk 529.
I don't think that the longevity of the plans themselves have had the opportunity to show their true performance.
A savings plan for children and their parents experiencing growing pains of its own. Ann Thompson, NBC News.